It's 10:30 at night, your kid just fell asleep, and you're on your phone adding a $60 toy to the cart because tomorrow's going to be another long day, and you want them to have something waiting. The average Canadian family spends $1,100 per child per year on extracurricular activities alone. At median wage, that is almost 40 hours of work, 5 extra work days every single year just to keep one child scheduled. And 32% of Canadian parents are borrowing money to make it happen. There is a name for what is happening here. It is called the good parent tax. And most families keep paying it for one reason. Nobody told them it was happening. And by the time they see the bill, the pattern is already running. As someone who worked with families under financial pressure, I never saw a household break from spending too little. I saw them break from buying to feel like enough. The items on this list are not random. They follow one specific pattern, and it is already running in your house, whether you know it or not. So here is the tool that changes how you shop for your kids. 2 questions. Before every non-essential purchase, question 1, is this for the joy or for my guilt? Question 2, will they remember the thing or the time? Write those 2 on your phone right now, because we're going to come back to them. The first item on the no-buy list is overscheduling. 1 child, 4 activities, soccer on Tuesday, swimming on Thursday, coding club Saturday, and tutoring class your neighbor mentioned at pickup last week. But the real bill is the hours spent driving, waiting, managing the calendar, and feeling guilty every time you have to cut one to make room for another. What kids remember is not the schedule, it is whether you were there. Second item, premium equipment. The gear that costs more than the program itself. $180 skates for a kid who will grow out of them before December. The $120 backpack that will be left on the bus by June. The marketing on this category is built to work on you. Invest in their confidence. A 6-year-old needs to move and have fun. The confidence comes from doing, not the gear. Use gears from Facebook, Marketplace, or Play It Again Sports covers 90% of kids under 10, and it lets you redirect what you save toward what they will actually remember. Okay, real talk for a second. The first 2 categories are easy to name. The third one is harder. It is the guilt purchase. The toy you order online at 11 p.m. because you miss another bedtime, the surprise you bring home after a long week away, the thing you add to the cart because tomorrow is going to be a long day and you want them to have something waiting. Every parent watching this has done it at least once. One guilt purchase changes nothing. When it becomes the answer to every hard night, that is where the money goes. Those free, the activities, the equipment, the guilt purchases, those arrive every week. Now the second category is different. These are the bigger decisions. The ones justified with 4 words. It is for the family. The car that costs $800 more per month because it is safer. The house in the more expensive school district because the schools are better. The vacations charged to a line of credit because they deserve it. None of these feel like bad decisions. They feel like parenting. That is exactly how the good parent tax works at this level. It uses your love for your children as the justification for the purchase. Here's what the research actually shows about family financial stress. When parents carry chronic financial stress, it spills into the relationship. They become less present at home, more reactive. The upgrade created the exact problem it was supposed to solve. And the most painful version of this is the parent who gave the most, who worked the most, and ends up being remembered as absent. And this is the part that took me the longest to understand professionally. In my work with families, I watched this pattern play out more times than I can count. The parents who spent the most on extras were often the ones with the least time at home. They were compensating for something real. And the spending made complete sense in the moment. And I have felt this personally. My son is 2. He has never been in a swimming lesson. And I have had this conversation more than once with people I trust who really believe I should have signed it up already. For a while, it made me feel like I was falling behind, like I was choosing wrong. I swam competitively, I started at 7, and I turned out fine. What that moment taught me is something I had been explaining professionally for years. The good parent tax runs on one thing, trying to purchase the feeling that you are doing enough, and there is no purchase in the world that makes that feeling permanent. The next registration email lands in your inbox. Another program, another activity, and before you have even read the description, you can already feel the pressure starting. How do you hold that moment without creating conflict at home? Without making your kid feel like they are missing out? Without having to justify yourself to every other parent at the soccer field? That is what this last section is about. You already have the two questions. Is it for their joy or my guilt? Will they remember the thing or the time? Those two questions do the work quietly, because when the answer is honest, you already know what to do. And here are 3 phrases for the real moments. For the party, the pickup, the program registrations, we are keeping things simple this season. No explanation, no apology. For the conversation with your partner before the next big purchase, before we book this, let's ask if we are doing it for them or for us. And for the 11 p.m. on your phone, what they will remember most is whether I showed up. The parent who says, "We are keeping it simple," is not depriving their child. They are modeling something most kids will not learn anywhere else. Here is the direct answer. The no-buy list for parents in 2026 is a filter. 2 questions that change what you buy before you buy it. The good parent tax is the gap between what your kids need to thrive and what the pressure of modern parenting convinces you to spend. The fix is 2 questions asked honestly before every non-essential purchase for your child. And 1 rule simple enough to repeat. We do not buy to prove, we buy to provide. Earlier I said to rhetoric what you say toward what they will actually remember. That rhetoric is the whole strategy. Less scheduling, less equipment, more of the thing that does not cost anything. If this helped, subscribe. Every Wednesday, I break down 1 strategy that helps families get out of the pressure loop and back to what actually matters. I want to hear from you in the comments. What is 1 purchase you have stopped making this year? Drop it below, I read everyone. Oh, and watch this one next. Keep living frugal, stay free.